It's time for high school sports on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast of high school sports on the NCW Life Channel is brought to you by Alignment Pros and Express Lube, Auto MOCHA, Color FX, Global Car Care, One Way Construction, Dick Seating and Air Conditioning, Biosports Physical Therapy, The Windmill Restaurant, and Harvest Valley Pest Control. Now, let's go live for all the action for tonight's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.
Welcome to North Central Washington Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse. I'm Rod Higley along with Todd Strom today, filling in for Eric Grandstrom. He's got a sore throat and can't talk, so we'll do the best we can with this. Todd, Wenatchee's off to a pretty good start, 4-1. What do you think of the team so far?
You know, Rod, the team is really amazing this year. It's comprised of a lot of seniors, but we have some upcoming juniors that are doing quite well. So exciting game. We're playing Selah tonight, and it's been fun watching those boys grow up too, playing our boys in junior lacrosse.
Yeah, well, Selah, you know, from Yakima, these guys are familiar to Wenatchee. They're off to a pretty good start too. I think they're 3-1. One of those wins was a forfeit, but so really not much to know about them yet. They lost to Richland by 9 goals the other night, so either Richland's pretty good or, you know, who knows. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Yeah, Rod. Well, Richland's always good, so it's always going to be a good fight. But no, we're excited to play Selah, and boy, we have the best weather for a lacrosse game. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's nice and sunny down here on the field.
Definitely a great night at the Apple Bowl for high school lacrosse. We'll be back with Coach Brandon Parker on the NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
What's your AUT-TO emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Welcome back to the Apple Bowl, NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse. Brandon Parker joins me now, coach of Wenatchee. Brandon, what do you think of the team so far? What do you like? What'd you like to improve on?
Oh, that's a lot right there. Let's say there's a lot that I like about the team. The guys are good guys. They're really hard working. They all come to practice. I mean, they really give out the effort, and they're a real good family. You know, so I do love the guys. There's always stuff to improve on. I mean, technically, rides, clears, offense, move here, move there, you know, but that's normal. Still early, but some changes to this team already with Cole Hansen going down early. Yeah. So we lost arguably one of our top 3 defensemen. Definitely. And to a knee injury. We've replaced him with arguably another one of our top defensemen. So I think we've filled the position technically, but from a leadership perspective and having him on the field, it's going to be difficult. We've actually moved him into a slight coach, assistant coach, captain role. So he's actually contributing a lot. Well, it's so nice to have a senior that shows that kind of leadership even after he gets injured. Oh, yeah, absolutely. What do you know about this Selah team tonight? Well, all I know is what I see on their history of scores. They've put up some good scores. They've played some teams we've played closely. So I'm anticipating they're going to be a good team and that we're going to have our work cut out for us. So what I'll let the guys know is we need to come out hot. We need to come out heavy. We need to bring the pressure and play hard and then go from there. Great. Sounds good. We look forward to it. Great night for lacrosse here at the Apple Bowl. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the opening face-off.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color FX in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Channel Sports presentation of high school lacrosse. I'm Rod Higley along with Todd Strom. The coach's interview was brought to you by TC Slingers. If it's rock, bark, sand, or soil, there's no need for wheelbarrows, shovels, or rakes. They'll place the material there for you, Todd. Hey, we're about moments away from this game against Selah. Great night for lacrosse here at the Apple Bowl.
Absolutely, Rod. We're just so excited to see these two teams play. As I mentioned earlier in the pregame, these boys have been playing together for years. In fact, I talked to one of the coaches earlier, and he was saying that many of his kids have been playing against Wenatchee since 4th grade.
Yeah, well, I recognize some of these names, the Ray brothers, Conrad, these guys that we've known since they were, 8 and 9 years old, So there's a lot of familiarity between these guys, and Selah always gives Wenatchee a run, particularly early on in the games.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to come out strong, and as Coach Parker said, we need to be focused and really concentrate on game plan and stick to what we know how to do best. And let's hope for a good win here for Wenatchee tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. Selah, 2-1, 3-1 overall, 2-1 in league and 3-1 overall. One of those wins was a forfeit, but so they're off to a pretty good start, except for that loss to Richland. They played Southridge pretty close, as did Wenatchee, but Wenatchee was shorthanded in that game.
No, absolutely. And being without Cole Hansen has been very tough. In fact, in the game against Southridge, we had Easton Hudson that was gimping around a little bit. So a little bit scary, but now we have Easton, and he's feeling good. And we have Ben Higley back in attack, and Jake Reiner's going to do some face-offs. So I think we're better strength tonight than we were against Southridge.
Definitely, and I think Josh Puchong, who stepped up into Cole Hansen's position, that's who Coach was talking about in the pregame show. He is just such an athletic kid and just is a shutdown defender. It's so fun to watch him play number 15, so keep your eye on him tonight.
Absolutely, Rod. In fact, it's fun to watch Josh just grow and develop in this game. I was also talking to his mom, who was pretty excited about some of his performances, but how he has really improved. He's not as aggressive as he used to be, and he backs off a little bit and just waits for the play to develop. And gosh, he's just a real good defender for Wenatchee. So Selah's going to have their handfuls on those attacks.
Yeah, and the defense, Sage Kreider has played extremely well so far this year, number 2. He's made some amazing interceptions on some passes, anticipating where the ball is going to go. And he's just one of those defenders that I think just irritates attacks and middies from the other side. And then Quinn Rounds on the other side.
Oh, absolutely. And if you are playing against Wenatchee, and there's some trash talking going on, it is usually from Sage Kreider.
Yeah. And now on the offensive end, we've got, the middies, Jake Reiner, Mason Dahlbeck, Luke Job, all doing a fantastic job. Rhett Govea is also playing some good midi right now. And then the attack. We lost Connor Tilley and Greg Coldy last year, but 2 guys have stepped in and have really kind of picked it up.
No, absolutely. My son, Jake Strom, is playing attack for the first year. He's been a face-off guy over and over, but he's got this position now, and he's working really well with Tristan Plock and Ben Higley. So they move the ball, and they seem to gel, so we'll see how that goes tonight.
Statistically, they keep track of the league stats, and Jake is leading the team in scoring and in assists. So he's really off to a great start. As is Tristan Plock, who's putting the ball in the back of the net consistently from that right side. So tonight, I'd expect more of the same. Looks like the refs are getting close to setting the starting lineup. For Wenatchee, you're going to see Jake Reiner at center midi taking most of the face-offs tonight. Do you think we'll see Jake Strom take a few of those and maybe Tristan Block like we did the other night?
I think we will, Rod. It's good to have the rotations and all the face-off guys get a couple draws. But you know what? If Jake Reiner's winning, I'm sure Coach Park is going to stick with him and leave the other two face-off guys in attack.
As the players go out to make their their presentation with the referees out there, you've been through here, you've reffed a lot of these high school games. What takes place at the introductions here when they're meeting the teams? What are the referees saying to the players out there?
Yeah, Rod. So this is actually a really exciting part of the game. So the players, they line up, as you can see now, and the refs are going to go over the rules. Now, every refs a game a little bit different. Now, of course, we have U.S. Lacrosse rules that they need to follow, but the style of the ref and how they're going to conduct the game is really important. And if the players understand what's expected of them, then they'll hopefully abide and play a nice, clean game. So they're going to talk about that, and then they're going to do some introductions, and they'll pick a side, and we'll get going.
And is there a coin flip, or they just say, okay, Wenatchee you pick, or Selah being the visiting team, they get to pick the end they want to defend to start?
Yeah, usually at the beginning of the game, which there is a coin flip, and they do decide, and we don't really have much of an advantage at either side now. The sun is down below the mountain, so it's going to be pretty much an even playing field.
Well, I don't know about you. We're going to miss Eric Granstrom, but we're ready to go. We're going to give it our best shot for this play-by-play. One guy we haven't talked about is Jack Jorgensen playing goal. He's been just fantastic so far this year.
Oh, absolutely. Gone to a lot of camps, and he is strong. He's a leader in this defensive threat.
So we've got Jake Reiner out there for Wenatchee. It looks like he's facing off against Adam Escamilla. I think that's 27 that's out there. Is that correct? Can you see his number, Todd, for Selah? Yes, it is 27.
27 against 27.
Yeah, that'll be easy. Adam Escamilla against Jake Reiner. And here we go for NCW's Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse. First quarter action coming up. And this face-off, very key to the game. And Jake Reiner wins it and takes it on down. That's a good sign for Wenatchee. He feeds it on down. Who's that? That's Tristan Plock. And Wenatchee turns it over. You hate to see that. Low pass, but that guy's got to catch that ball, right?
Oh, absolutely. So it looks like it bounced at his feet and just hard to control on this turf. It rolls so fast.
One thing Wenatchee does real good is they shut down on these clears. But it looks like Selah is able to get it across the midline anyway and up, and they get a touch into the box right about now, so they are ready to get into their offense. For Selah out there, you've got a number of guys. That's Wesley Hine. He's nice turnover there by Easton Hudson. He's so quick with his stick.
Yep, looks like he's going to do a nice clear here, looking for somebody that's open down the midfield.
He's got Ben coming back, and he's got Mason Dahl back, and he's going to chuck it on up, and it looks like the goalie's going to get that one. So there's an interception there from that's number 10. That's Lucas
down.
Conrad. Ball down, and who picked that back up? That's Jake Strom. Oh, little high pass. Ben can't catch it, but Jake Reiner's right there to field it at the 40-yard line. And let's see Wenatchee run a little offense here. So Luke Job steps onto the field for the first time, number 13. And Jake's going to step it on back and flick it on over to Mason Dahl back on the other side. Wenatchee tends to just work the ball around, and then try and get some screens and try and get some shots off. So this just working it back. Looks like Job's going to take a little drive. See if he switches back to his left. He almost had a shot off there. Flicks it back over to Jake Reiner. And he takes a shot, and it's a save. It's a goalie save. So Lucas Conrad with his first save of the game. And it looks like Wenatchee got it back. That's Jake Strom with the ball back up to Jake Reiner. So here we go again. And again, go over the rule on the out of bounds on that. Here goes in just a minute. Mason Dahl back with a left-handed shot and another save right in the stick there for Lucas Conrad. Okay, here we go with a clear. Selah's bringing the ball up. Long stick to the middle, and it's back on the ground. Let's see if they can control it, and they do. That is, if I can find my sheet here, that's Michael Ray on there, one of the Ray brothers, and Josh Bouchon picks up the loose ball. So there's a ground ball for Josh Bouchon. He gets out to Sage Kreider. Sage Kreider up to Ben Higley. And let's see if Wenatchee can do something with the ball this time. Ben brings it on into the zone, steps in the box, and we've got Rhett Govea coming on for the first time for Wenatchee, number 6. Back over to Strom, behind the goal. Back up Ben Higley. Job. It looks like they're trying to set up for another play out to Mason Dahlbeck. Let Mason Dahlbeck call the play this time. Looks like they're going with Nail, which is very typical, but he swings it back. I guess not. Back down to Jake Strom. Jake pulls it back out. Back down behind the goal to Flock to Ben. Ben Higley looks like he's going to roll it around. He doesn't have a shot. Back up to Rhett Govea. Little trouble with the ball, but he controls it. So far, Selah looks like they're kind of settling into their defense a little bit.
Yeah, they sure do. And it looks like Wenatchee's getting the ball movement. Just need to find somebody open to take a good shot. Make sure these are quality shots and not just,
just throwing it at the goal. There's a nice feed inside. Jake Strom, he almost got a good shot off, and I think Ben's going to be able to track this one down. Ben Higley's got the loose ball, so they'll get another run at it. That was a pretty good look. He just couldn't get his hands free.
No, there's a lot of traffic in front of the crease, and you got to be quick with that stick and release that ball in order to get a quality shot off there, Rod.
There really is no rush. I mean, there's no shot clock at this level. Tristan Plock's going to drive it around, and he may feed up to Ben, and Ben's got to look,
and
gets his free, does not get it, and he gets laid out by number, is that 31? Yeah, that's Giovanni Rivero with the hit on Ben. So Ben will think twice about going inside next time. Back up top, got Luke Job with the ball. Back down to Ben Higley. Feeds it back up. Turnover again. That's over and back, isn't it? Yep.
Over and back.
So Selah will get the ball in the middle, and they'll get a chance to run the offense here.
Yeah, it looks like we got Easton Hudson going on. We got Victor Carlson in the game now in 95. Victor's a very fast runner and a good defense.
Yeah, he's a good defensive midi. Here comes Selah. You've got Escamilla with the ball, feeding it down low. It's hard to pick up these numbers, but I think that's 6, that's Ibach, Josh Ibach. He's one of their top scorers, as is his brother. And those two guys have put in a lot of points this year. Look, part of a screen. Levon pulls it back out. Gets it back down. That's Hine.
Oh, looks like an over and back.
See if we can control it. Going that way, over and back. You got the call. So what's one thing nice about having a ref up in the booth is you know the plays in the yard. You know the calls on the field. Tristan Plock over to Jake Reiner. He's going to get a shot. A little wide.
A little wide.
It is a shot, and it's backed up.
Now, Rod, the rule is when you take a shot and it goes out of bounds, the first player, the closest player to the ball when it goes out of bounds, actually gets the ball.
And if it's deflected or anything like that, it doesn't matter. It's still the first player to the side or the end line.
That's correct.
Here we go again. Looks like Job with the ball. Thought he was going to take a shot. He flicks it back down to Ben Higley. Feed inside to Strom. He's got Tristan Plock on the side. Plock with the ball. He's looking to shoot. He takes his shot, and again, a little wide on that one. But, hey, Wenatchee's getting quite a few shots early on.
Oh, absolutely.
So here they go again. Ben Higley with the ball. Back up to Tristan Plock. Taking a look at it. Back up top. You got Job. Back to Mason Dahlbeck. Now Mason will reset the play. Calling it out. Rolling to his right. Feeds it back down low to Ben Higley. He's looking for somebody. He's got Plock there. Over to Job. Job's going to shoot this one, and it's back of the net. So there you go with 5:53 in the first quarter. Wenatchee gets a tally. Luke Job with the shot. And not sure, did he have an assist on that? Who'd that come from?
I'm not sure, Rod. It was moving around pretty quickly, but Job may have gotten an assist from Tristan Plock.
That was a good ball movement, and it's nice to see Wenatchee get a tally here in the first quarter. First one always kind of takes a little bit of air out of everybody and ready to go. So we got a new face-off guy for Selah. That's Wesley, and I'm not sure if it's Hine or Heine. It is Heine. It is Heine. That'll be easy for us to remember this time. So we got Reiner against Heine for Selah. On the wing, you've got Mason Dahlbeck and Easton Hudson. And Reiner controls the face-off again. He's been fantastic this year. We got a whistle going the other way. A procedure call?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Somebody leave early?
Not sure what the call was, Rod. It looks like a procedure, but I'm not sure why. But what happens, it's a turnover, so blue has the ball.
That's Carl with the ball. Chance Carl. He brings it back up top. And Levon looks like he's setting the play for Selah. And looks very familiar to a lot of the plays that Wenatchee runs, trying to get those guys clearing out. He can't make the turn. Ball's on the ground, and Sage Kreider comes up with a loose ball. He pass up to Jake Strom, and Wenatchee, nice clear. Got a little bit of a fast break. Got Tristan Plock over to Ben, and he holds it back and puts it in is it on the side of the net or in the back of the net? It's another goal. Tristan Plock to Ben Higley, and here we are, just like that, 5:14 in the first quarter, 2-0 Wenatchee. Nice play there. Nice progression up the field, pass across, and then a nice feed and a pretty open shot for Ben.
Boy, and Tristan Plock is just looking for those cutters, and he has 2 assists now.
Yeah, and he has just been, since the first game, he's just been looking to score almost every time he gets the ball. You know, he just is a big player. He's an athletic kid, just a junior, so that's good.
No, absolutely. Coach Parker saw something in Tristan last year, moved him up to varsity for the playoffs.
Yeah, and we saw him last year for the first time, but he's played a lot of lacrosse, just like a lot of these guys. Okay, the first face-off for Selah. That's Heine with the ball. I told you wouldn't forget, but I did, right? Heine with the ball for Selah, and they get their touch, and they'll run their offense. So, Todd, how much time do they have off the face-off to get into that scoring box?
So usually on the touch, you've got about on a clear, you've got 20 seconds, but then on face-off, I think you've got a touch box in 10 seconds.
10 seconds off the face once you control the ball, or is that from the face-off? Looks like we got a shot here, and just a little wide. That was Braden Atkins with the shot for Selah, and they have it backed up, so they'll remain in control of the ball. Here comes Heine again. He's a senior this year, I believe. He gets the ball over to Escamilla. He'll run it back to X. Got a screen. Looked like maybe a little bit of a hip check, and he calls it. So on the screen, you can't move, and you can't be wider than your shoulders. Isn't that correct?
That is correct, Rod. And who was that? Was that number 66?
Big guy, whoever it was. It is 66.
And he is a 9th grader?
That's Michael Ray. Yes, he is. He's one of the Ray brothers. His brother, I thought John Ray was the goalie, but I don't know if John's sick or if he's just not playing goalie tonight. Ben coming back for the clear, and he's able to bring it back upfield. He's got an open Jake Strom. Jake Strom rolls. Oh, I wouldn't give him a save on that. That was more of a drop ball, so more of a ground ball for the goalie that time, Lucas Conrad. And Selah is able to get the ball past midcourt, but a nice hustle by Mason Dahlbeck almost pushed him out of bounds. Number 2 over. Oh, did they throw it out of bounds? Yep.
Yeah. Nice move by Ward, though, but looks like he just couldn't control the ball.
That's Braden Ward, number 2 for Selah. Yeah, and he is a sophomore, too. So a lot of young guys on this Selah team so far. 3:45 left in the first quarter. Wenatchee's up 2-0. And we've got a timeout. So we'll take a quick 30-minute timeout and be back in just a few minutes, or just in 30 seconds.
Thanks for watching sports on the NCW Life channel. It's brought to you in part by the Fireplace Guys, Central Washington's most trusted names in fireplace and barbecue sales, installation, and service. Located at 1205 Walnut Street in Wenatchee, thefireplaceguy.net. Beneficial In-Home Care, your compassionate in-home care provider. All the benefits of assisted living while remaining within the comfort of your own home. And the Windmill Restaurant, providing traditional steakhouse meals in a homey, old-fashioned dining room. Call 509-665-9529.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support.
Thanks, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
Welcome back to NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse. I'm Rod Higley along with Todd Strom. The broadcast today is brought to you by the Alignment Pros and Express Lube. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube, including front and four-wheel alignment online. AlignPros.com or at 182 Eastmont Avenue. Todd, looking good so far. First quarter, Wenatchee's up 2-0 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. What do you think so far of Wenatchee?
Rod, this is a fun night. The guys are playing well. A little bit of a rusty start.
Yeah.
But I think both teams have some nerves going here. I mean, again, as I mentioned, these boys have been playing each other for a long time, so it's more than just a game. It's a little bit personal. So I think they respect each other, and there's some, just some jitters out there. But looks like they both have settled down a little bit. Wenatchee's moving the ball well. It takes some time to really understand how the defense is going to move.
Yeah.
And, really going both ways.
So we've got an illegal stick called, and I'm not sure if that's Wenatchee or Selah that's going. It looks like it is Tristan Plock. That's a big penalty, Todd.
Yeah, 3-minute penalty, unreleasable for an illegal stick. And not sure what's wrong with the stick. Usually it's something minor, like the net sags a little too much and the ball is, hanging in the net. And the reason that's illegal is because when you are trying to control the ball and you're getting hit, if you got a big bag for in your cross, then the ball will stick in there a little bit easier.
Right, but it is a very severe penalty, and oftentimes, the kid stick will be legal 1 minute and then illegal the next based on something that may happen on the field. Say he's taking face-offs, it'll stretch that mouth. But now we got man-up situation for Selah, and the man-down defense for Wenatchee, and this is a good opportunity to see how good this defense is. Heine with the ball, working it around. Ibach back down to Ray. Selah, taking their time with this. They've got 3 minutes to get a goal, so hopefully they would like to get a couple probably during this time period and see if they can get a good shot off here, Todd.
Oh, absolutely. Wenatchee just needs to hold on, and they're going to have about 30 seconds left in this first quarter to possibly go down and try to get a score.
Yeah, we're down to about 3 minutes in the quarter right now, and Selah seems pretty content to be working it around, although they just made a run at the goal trying to break somebody free, catch Wenatchee sleeping, but Wenatchee's on it right now. And you got I thought we were going to have a shot there by Levon, but he did not get one off, decided to pull it back out.
Yeah, it looks like Quinn shut him down pretty early. He had thoughts of taking a quick shot, but that defense gets your stick on you, and it's really tough to make that transition. And
ball down, and it looks like Heine's going to recover it for Selah. Easton Hudson was all over that Ward kid, too, that number 2 for Selah. He almost turned the ball over and made a pass. Looks like he was open for a minute. Got a quick pass into one of the Ray brothers, but Jack Jorgensen's there, and Wenatchee's able to stop that attack. Let's see if they can get it clear here. A little quick. Got to take care of the ball. Jake Strom's on it. He's got it. Nope. It looks like Ben Higley's going to – oh, nope, the ball is still down. So there's a lot of sticks in there, and no one's coming away with it. A little hit on the side, a little kick of the ball, and it looks like John Walker finally comes up with a ground ball, and that's a big ground ball for Wenatchee, and they maintain possession. And they should just kill some clock right now, but they're going to turn it over with an over and back. Okay, it's a live ball, though, but game action, and it looks like Selah's going to get a shot here. Ward with the shot, and Jack Jorgensen with a great save. That was a great save by Jack, and we got what do we got? Loose ball push there is what we've got against Wenatchee?
Yeah, a little loose ball push. Both boys are going for the ball, and it gets a little testy in there, and one kid went down, so it's going to be a turnover, and Wenatchee is going to be on defense again.
So that is just a possession penalty, so the ball just stays with Selah. And how much time do we have in the penalty here? We've got about another minute to go in this 3-minute penalty. Ward with the ball. He'll take it down to X. Quinn Rounds gets screened off on the D. That 66 is a big body for a freshman, isn't he?
He sure is. A little disappointing that Wenatchee didn't slow down and burn that penalty.
Yeah, I think they wanted to, but I think on the pass it was just low and it went over the back. Heine with the ball. Going back to his left. Makes a nice pass across. There's a shot by Ibach. And it does not go in, and Easton Hudson comes away with the ground ball, and he'll just run it up himself. He's got more speed with that guy, but he's got to be careful because he's about out of bounds. Jake Strom with a nice recovery. Back over to Mason Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck should just kind of slow things down a little bit. Over to Walker, and now he's doing it. He's going to say, okay, I'm just going to run it back around to X, and we'll get this thing under control. He's got Strom over there. They can just start working this ball around, see if they can kill this penalty.
What about those saves by Jack Jorgensen, huh?
Oh, man, he's been great all year, and that's been the biggest surprise for me is how good he is this year. You know, I saw him play in the JV last year, and he's really stepped it up. He went to several camps this summer, I believe. Got a shot by Jake Reiner here with 12 seconds left in the first quarter, and he puts it in with his left hand. That's a man down goal for Wenatchee. Or no, the penalty was released, wasn't it? So they were back to full strength. But that's a nice goal for Jake Reiner, and the Wenatchee goes up 3-0 here with 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Looks like Heine and Reiner again at the face-off X. So this is tough, Todd. I mean, the refs sometimes they put that ball down there and they don't blow the whistle right away. These guys have to remain completely still, don't they?
They do, and the ref is going to, at this point, make sure everybody is lined up perfectly before he blows the whistle.
Reiner controls it again. He gets it on down to Strom. Short time. We've only got 5 seconds left. Ben can't control the ball, and the ball is down. Looks like time's going to run out in the quarter. Yeah, and it does. That's the way it ends. 3-0. Wenatchee on top. We're going to take a 60-second break and be back in just a minute.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
CW Life Channel sports broadcast of high school lacrosse. I'm Rod Higley along with Todd Strom. Ready to go for the second quarter, Todd. 3-0 Wenatchee. And we got Jake Reiner out there at the face-off X against Heine again. You got some interesting information there about Jake.
Yeah, so
Reiner.
Jake Reiner, a senior, he'll be attending UW this fall, majoring in international business, and he hopes to play for the UW lacrosse team.
That'd be great. We've got some alumni. Nate McCarthy's playing for Gonzaga. I said Gonzaga. My kid went there. Gonzaga right now, who won tonight against Florida State, so that's a big one. John Walker with the ball. He's in at attack over to Strom. He's going to get it up to, I thought he was going to throw it to Ben, but he skips him over to Reiner. Reiner up top. Back around to Mason Dahlback. Back to X with John Walker. Feeds it out to Strom. Up to Rhett Govea. He's a junior. Out there with a bunch of seniors. Ben Higley. Back to Dahlback. You don't see Dahlback back at X very often. Let's see if he can make a move around. He's going to find a feeder as John Walker. He's got a bit of a hand, but he did not take the shot. He felt like he should pull that one back, which was probably a good move. Dahlback with some nice footwork, back up top to Reiner, and he lets it rip and puts it in for his second goal.
Nice shot, Reiner.
Yeah, a nice assist by Mason Dahlback. Now, you were saying that, a lot of these attack guys, they're lethal from the outside, so you don't see them getting a lot of assists. But that one came from Dahlback behind the net. So here we go again, back to the face-off X. Same guys, Heine against Reiner. And Timmons is keeping track out there. You see him writing stuff down. He's keeping track of who shoots the goals and when they were, right, Todd?
No, absolutely. He wants to make sure, just in case the score table is misses something, but he's got it under control. In fact, he's such a veteran referee in this area and so important. And a little good news for him, but disappointing for the region is he is moving to Colorado.
Boy, there really is not enough lacrosse referees. It's a game. Heine gets the face-off, but Reiner turns around and strips him from it. And I think Mason Dahlback is going to get to that ball. Not quite.
Nope.
And Ibeck is able to come up with it. But we got a call. What's the call? We got a push or something?
Yeah, it looks like we got a push on blue, so Wenatchee's going to get the ball and take it into the box.
Luke Joe back on the field for Wenatchee. Down to Walker. Walker with the ball. He held a little bit. He's got his hands loose. He takes a left-handed shot and just off the I think the goalie deserves a save there. I think he got his stick on it and knocked it wide. Either that, it was right off the edge. But Ben Higley with the backup, and he's got the ball over on the right side, which you don't see him over there very much. He feeds it back to who's that? That's Walker. John Walker forces it into Strom. Somebody's got the ball. Loose on the ground. Ben Higley comes away with the ground ball. We got a crease violation on Wenatchee. So explain to us, one of the Wenatchee players just stepped into the crease. Is that what the situation was there, Todd?
Yeah, that's what it looks like, Rod. So if you can see, there's that big circle around the net, and that's really just off limits to any offensive player. Now, the defense players can cross that, including the goalie, obviously, but it just protects the goalie and provides a little bit more of a fair fight when you're in front of the crease.
Carl recovered that ball for Selah on the loose ball, but he got pushed out of bounds by two defensive players from Wenatchee. But Wenatchee's going to turn the ball right back over with the low pass out of bounds. So Wenatchee's got to take better care of the ball. I mean, that's one thing that Coach was talking about. Better job on clears and rides and also taking care of the ball. And then Selah just turns around and just chucks it out of bounds, too.
Yeah, unforced out of bounces are just very, very challenging.
And just an update on the Mariners score. Opening night in Seattle. They opened up in Japan, but they are up on top of the champion Boston Red Sox by a score of 12-4. So good job, Mariners. It's nice to see them get that early on in this season at home. A lot of changes for the Mariners this year with Gonzalez opening up instead of Felix Hernandez. That's something you don't see very often, So I don't know how he pitched tonight. I was watching the Zags game, but it's nice to see the Mariners up big, at least late in that game. Let's hope they can hold that one.
Absolutely. Good night for Washington State.
So we have a timeout. Score 4-0. We'll give AUT-TO as one of the sponsors of this broadcast tonight. We thank them. What's your AUT-TO emergency? Visit one of their 6 locations in the Valley, including the only AUT-TO with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college. Yeah, that's just right there across from Wenatchee Valley College on the right side as you're going down from Western towards Miller. And AUT-TO, man, they are a nice supporter of high school sports in this valley. And we thank, the NCW Life Channel for putting these broadcasts on, because it really does bring a lot of awareness to the sport for our valley.
Absolutely.
Good crowd here tonight, Todd. I think it's such a beautiful night. People are ready to come out and watch some high school lacrosse. Night before spring break starts, really. I mean, I know the kids have school tomorrow, but they don't do much on Fridays, right?
Well, Wenatchee's lacrosse team is heading to San Diego tomorrow, so most of these boys are going to go home and get a good night's sleep and pack for San Diego, where we have 3 games down there to play some lacrosse teams in that region. So it's a fun thing that Wenatchee Lacrosse has been doing for the last couple of years.
Yeah, Coach Parker, being from the San Diego area, he knows a lot of guys down there, and he likes to set that up so his kids keep playing lacrosse over spring break. Tristan Plock brings it back out to Strom, back to Plock. 2-man game there. Let's see if we can Ben Higley with the ball back at X. He flicks it back out to Plock. Plock up top to Mason Dahlbeck. And Mason Dahlbeck's going to bring it out and set a play. He's going to charge in to see if he's got somebody. He's looking for an open guy. Back over to Reiner, and Reiner lets it loose, a little wide, and backed up. You don't mind those wide shots when you got 2 guys backing up the shot. It really is just a chance to catch your breath.
No. Mason's doing very well. And a little fun fact with Mason is he's actually going to West Point here and going to try out to walk on the lacrosse team.
That's fantastic. Our second kid from the Wenatchee lacrosse team in 2 consecutive years, with Roby Jorgensen going this last year to West Point. So that's that. You don't even hear that from 2 high schools, let alone 2 lacrosse teams. It's a good feed from Tristan Plock down to Jake Strom, but Wenatchee maintains possession of the ball. Plock's got it again. He's put that one in the back of the net. Nope. Looked like the goalie was either off his head or he saved it into his net. And Selah had a fast break, but they don't get it done, and the ball's going to roll out of bounds. And Wenatchee's going to get possession back with 8:36 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was just a really nice save by Conrad. He had his stick up and was anticipating the shot and was right there. Very tough to defend when
right in front of you like that.
Absolutely.
Wenatchee not really taking care of the ball here, but Rhett Govea is able to get the flick from Ben, and Wenatchee gets a touch in the box, and they can set their offense again. And again, Mason Dahlbeck, the senior, the captain, he's running the show out there. He's really the point guard making things happen for Wenatchee. Work it down to Ben Higley. He's going to throw it back to Plock behind the net, working from X. He likes to roll out and just take this one into the net, and he does it again and puts it in the back of the net. And Tristan Plock puts the 5th goal on the board for Wenatchee, up 5-0. Again, Tristan, you mentioned to it earlier, just really, Coach really saw something last year in him, and I think very happy to have him on the varsity this year, and really scoring a lot of goals. And that was one of the question marks they had going into the season was who's going to pick up all those goals, because Connor Tilley, Greg Coldy, and Roby Jorgensen, they lost a lot of high-power offensive guys last year.
Yeah, we get worried every year, and 12 months later these kids grow up, their skills get better, and they just really impress us.
Heine gets the face-off, so that's only like 2 that Jake Reiner has lost in this game. And Selah controls the ball. I bet they're really, really going to try and work their offense and get a good look this time because they really need a goal.
No, absolutely. I don't know if you noticed on the face-off, Rod, but you had a long pull out there. And that's a little technique that a lot of teams use to get that longer stick to maybe pick up that ground ball, give them a little bit of an advantage.
So long stick actually in the face-off X gives them a little bit of advantage even on the face-off, not just on the wings.
Absolutely.
And you can have 4 long poles on the field at one time, correct?
Absolutely, yep.
Ibeck with the ball for Selah. He's going to flick it back. I thought he was going to flick it back to Ward, but he still got the ball. Sage Kreider giving him the business out there. Ball's down. It looks like it is going to be pushed out of bounds. And if it is, that's Selah ball. Okay, so Wenatchee must have pushed it out. I thought it was going to be off the Selah player, but Brian Walker, one of the referees down there, called it the other way. Here comes Ibeck. He's got an open drive. He takes a shot, and Jack Jorgensen with another save.
Jack is just having a great game tonight, just in the right place. He feels good, making those saves.
Look at that pass right down there to Easton Hudson. He's got an open look. He gets it over to Jake Strom. The ball is down. He's going to get it back up. That was a good play by Easton Hudson there. I thought that was there for a minute, but not quite. Selah was able to close that one down.
Yeah, good defensive play by Selah. They recognized that Jake was in the middle of the field, and they closed in on him and knocked the ball out of his stick.
We got another new player on for Wenatchee. Sam Williams, number 29, is back on the field playing attack, along with Jake Strom and Ben Higley and Tristan Plock. So we've got 4 attackmen out there. One of those guys must be playing midi. Mason Dahlbeck looks like he's going to get a shot up, goes lefty, misses his shot. There's a flag down. See what the call is here, Todd.
Yeah, it looks like Brian Walker pulled the flag for slashing.
Slash.
On 27.
Okay, we got a 1-minute slash penalty. So when is it a slash? When is it a rub? When is it a blatant penalty? I mean, is intent involved in this? Is it judgment call from the ref?
Well, there's a lot of judgment call from the ref, but you're going to get different calls from Seattle refs versus maybe refs over here. But, really anything that's not playing the stick or the hands, hitting the face, a slap on the back, that should be called as a slash.
Mason Dahlbeck was trying to get a shot off, but he was shut down by the Selah defense. And they're fighting for the ball, and it looks like it rolled all the way to the midline. And that should be, if Wenatchee picks it up, won't that be an over and back? Oh, Selah's got it. So Selah picks it up. Their long pole picks it up, and he's going to throw it out. Ray stops it with his body. He's got a big body able to stop that ball. I think he's maybe played a little goalie in his time.
Yeah.
And he flicked it out of bounds. So Selah turns it over with 5.5 minutes to go, 5 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the second quarter here.
Yeah, good hustle by Selah. They need to stay in this game. They need to gain some composure, keep the ball, move it around. Don't get frustrated. It's really, really hard when the score is 5-0, but they just need to slow it down and get some points on the board.
They're bringing some new guys out there, too. I see Ethan Garza out there, number 9 for Selah. He's checking in. He looks like he's going to be playing a defensive midi position. Luke Job with the ball for Wenatchee on the 30-yard line, and he'll bring it up and pass it up to Mason Dahlbeck, and Wenatchee's got another opportunity here to set their offense. You'd like to see Wenatchee just move that ball quickly and not put it on the ground. And you got Dahlbeck up top. Feeding, almost a quick stick by Jake Strom there. That was a good idea, and just a little off and not quite there. Ben Higley backing it up, and it's a turnover. So do they call that a pass that went out of bounds then, Todd?
Yeah, it looks like it. And boy, number 5 from Selah, Eli, he seems to really have Jake Strom's number. Every time Jake gets in there, he knocks it out.
He's not a big kid either. He's a fairly small defender. And this ball's going to roll all the way up, and Jack Jorgensen just snags it like a fish out of a
Jack
stream.
went back into the crease.
In and out of the crease. So once the goalie leaves that circle, he cannot bring that ball back in.
Nope. He wants to go to the crease because it's a safe zone, but once you are out of the crease, you cannot bring the ball back in. Now, you can be out of the crease without the ball, but if you have possession, you need to stay out.
Can't bring it back into the crease. Okay, so let's see what Selah can do with this possession. That's Carl up top, number 44. Again, that's Garza, number 9, at the other midi position. Again, it's very difficult to read those. I think that's Heine with the ball down there on the end line right now. Sage Kreider playing D against him. He's trying to roll against him and see if he can get a shot off, and he has to feed it back to Axe. Over to Ward. Ward's thinking about taking a run too, but he's thinking better of it. Job doing a good job on defense on him.
Boy, nice screen there by 66.
Yeah, didn't move that time either. You got 44. He gets a shot off. That's Chance Carl with a shot, and it's backed up, so Selah will remain in possession of the ball.
Yeah, Joshua did a nice job backing up that ball. Quinn was going for it, but Josh beat him there, and Selah gets another round.
And looks like he's going to get a shot here. We got Josh Eibach with the ball. He's working on Quinn Rounds. He's going to run it out. You got to think that it'd be more efficient to pass the ball around. And again, Quinn's able to knock it out. See if he can pull up with it. Oh, I don't think that was a push. Do you? They called a push.
Yeah, they called a push on Quinn. Quinn Rounds. Hey, a little interesting fact on Quinn is he's going to Seattle Pacific University next year. He's going to study actual aerial science. Rod, do you know what that is?
Well, I've flown in planes before, but I do not know the science behind it.
Well, it's actual aerial, which is actually the science on it. It's a person that analyzes statistics.
So great play by Josh Bouchon there. Not only did he run down the ball, but as it was going out of bounds, he had the awareness to flick it back to Ben Higley, and Ben feeds it over to Tristan Plock, and just like that, we've got another goal. So Wenatchee goes up 6-0 here in the first half. Tristan Plock to Ben Higley, but, it was Josh Bouchon that got that play going.
Absolutely. And what a nice quick stick by Tristan, too.
Yeah, that was good. So was that Tristan that scored that or Ben?
I thought Tristan scored that one.
Okay, Ben to Tristan. I had it backwards. It's difficult for me to keep all my numbers and names straight, especially when one of them's my kid,
and I could be wrong too, Rod. Let's just say there was a gray assist and a gray goal.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can all agree that Josh Bouchon was the one that started that play. Okay, here we go again. Yeah. And it's Heine again with the face-off win. I think that's about 2 or 3 in a row that Selah's come away with.
At least 3, yeah. So Jake needs to make some adjustments out there in the face-off. And there's a lot of tricks that he can do, but definitely needs to make some changes to get that ball on offense for Wenatchee.
Levon to Ray, then back to Levon. Levon's got to move. He gets a shot off, and that's the first goal of the night for Selah. So that was Roland Levon, number 16 for Selah, with 2:25 to go in the first half. And Selah breaks the shutout. Now we've got to score 6-1.
Now, Rod, I didn't see an assist on that. I think he just rolled right off of Dahlbeck and took a quick shot.
Yeah, well, it was a good shot. It was a good shot. He just drove by and just put it in. Okay, so here we got a new face-off guy. They probably wanted to maybe talk to Jake Reiner about making some adjustments. So they've got Jake Strom out there taking the face-off this time against Heine.
Yeah, Heine sure, he knows what he's doing. He's got a quick clamp, and then he pushes the ball forward. But looks like he did it again.
He did. And you called it exactly. That's what he did. He clamped it and pushed it out in front of him and was able to run it down. It's difficult for the other face-off guy to turn around and go back and get that ball. Okay, here we go again. Roland Levon with the ball up top for Selah. I bet he's thinking the same thing. And he makes the move on Dahlbeck, but he finds Ward was right there for the feed. Wasn't able to control the pass, and it just dribbled out. And Jack Jorgensen able to flick it up to Easton Hudson. And Easton Hudson's all tied up. Ball's down, and Ben Higley comes away with it. Ben does a great job on the ground balls. He feeds it down to Churston Plock. Got John Walker back behind at X. That's where he's most comfortable, back there at the X position. Back up to Dahlbeck, and here we go. I think we're going to run a play. He's calling it out. We got two guys clearing out. Dahlbeck slides down. Defenders are there. He's got his hands free, so he flicks it back over. And John Walker back up to Ben Higley. Looks like Ben's going to make a move. He flicks it back up to Sam Williams over to Rhett Govea. Govea, he had Walker running for a minute there, but he didn't throw it to him. Tristan Plock with the ball. Going to his left, back to his right. Back to Mason Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck is just kind of like, when the ball's in his hands, you really feel like it's stabilizing. We're under a minute here in the first half, down to 55 seconds. Dahlbeck with the ball. Turns and rips, and the goalie's right there for the save. So another save for Selah. Let's see if they can get it clear, and they get a shot off here with short time left, getting down to 45 seconds. Levon with the ball, tried to find Ward, and it's Josh Bouchon clearing it out. Got Alan Butchright running on. He's got two men on him. He's able to clear it out. Ben Higley with the ball. He's going to run through a guy. Ball's down, and nobody has it. Selah's come away with a ground ball, and they may be happy just to hold on to it here as the time runs out. 20 seconds left. They've got time to get a playoff, but they don't want to jeopardize in their own end. So they're going to take care of the ball. They get it up. Looking for an open guy. They got plenty of guys back for it, and they make a bad pass. Sam Williams trying to get the ground ball. Looks like Ben Higley's going to come away with it. You've got 2 seconds left. He's not going to get a shot off. Oh, that was Victor Carlson with the ball. He was the one that made it. They look a lot alike because they're short.
Yeah, Victor had a nice little run there, but just not enough time towards the end of the second quarter here. So we are at halftime.
Halftime, 6-1. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back on the NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse here at the Apple Bowl.
You don't want to see this happen. It's the oil light on your car. Oil is the lube of life for your car's engine. At Alignment Pros and Express Lube, they pour the best oil your car deserves. Expect fast, friendly, superior service in a clean environment. They'll change your oil and perform a 21-point inspection while you enjoy the comfort of their amazing waiting room. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
What's your AUT-TO emergency?
It's a Frapita Mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
Welcome back to NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse. I'm Rod Higley along with Todd Strom. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by One Way Construction, a premier custom home builder and construction company for North Central Washington, including general contracting, framing, concrete, and consulting services. Online, onewayconstructionnw.com. Todd, Wenatchee's looked pretty good here, up 6-1 in the first half. Coming out for the second half, what would you expect Coach Parker to talk to these guys about at halftime?
Well, Rod, first of all, we got to win some faceoffs. So Jake Reiner's going back out there. Hopefully he's made some adjustments. Heine has got our number. He's got this little technique where he clamps, pushes it forward. So we need to figure that out. So hopefully we'll see some changes second half. Maybe bring Tristan Block up for some faceoffs too. I would say Coach Parker's probably telling the guys, hey, you're playing a great game. Let's settle down. Let's catch some balls. Let's move it around. You know, we're already up 6-1. It is a league game, so we like to score. We need those points. But I think he would like to see some more quality on the offense.
And that does make a difference, the point differential. So if say, Richland and Wenatchee are tied at the end of the year, that goes to who determines who the league champion is, but the point differential.
It does. It's more important just to win games, and obviously the point differential against the team that you're tied with is extremely important. But nonetheless, don't necessarily want to run up the score, but I'd like to see some good quality play and get more balls in that net.
Definitely. And here we are ready to go in the second half. You got Reiner against Heine at the face-off. You've got the same group of guys out there. You got Mason Dahlbeck and Easton Hudson on the wing, and Reiner's able to control this one.
Yeah, he did a nice move there. He got the clamp, kept the ball, pushed it back. I was a little surprised that Tim didn't call a holding or a clamp on that.
Easton Hudson takes a rip with the long stick. It's backed up. You like to see those deep holes take a shot, don't you?
And they want to. They're just chomping at the bit to get a shot off because it's very rare that they get that opportunity.
It is, and they get so much leverage that you can get a lot of whip on that ball, and it's really a hard shot. Jake Strom with the ball up to Tristan Plock, back to Strom. Back to Plock. I like that two-man back and forth, moving the ball quickly up to Reiner on top. See if he brings it down to Ben Higley. See if we got a cutter there. It looks like Strom.
He was going for it.
He was thinking about it. Got Reiner back up top to Dahlbeck. He's going to take a shot, and that was a goal. It was up and under the post, so I believe that counts as a goal. No goal.
You know, the ball actually has to cross the plane of the goal, Rod.
So under the crossbar is not a goal. I thought it was up, in, under, but that's a bounce off the pipe then, eh?
Yep, it has to fully cross the plane of the goal for it to actually be scored.
And so Brian Walker down there, and that's what he was saying when he was extending his hands like that it did not cross the goal.
Yeah, Brian he's got a lot of his own calls that really help us explain what's going on.
You got a little high pass there, and it looks like that one's going to roll out of bounds. Tristan Plock and Jake Strom, and ball's turned back over to Selah. So there you go. Here we are early in the second half. Wenatchee turns the ball over, come away with an empty offense there, and Selah gets a chance to come back.
Yeah, especially when we thought it was a goal, but nonetheless, Selah has the ball.
Roland Levon with the ball. He gets it up.
That was a very nice clear.
Good clear. You got Chance Carl with the ball for Selah. He works it over. Oh, Heine had a chance, but Easton Hudson comes away with it. He's going to run it up. He's got Ben. Flicks it up to Ben. He's got Strom. He thinks better of it. He's going to bring it back down, and then Wenatchee's going to sub. So Hudson's coming out. Job's coming on. Wenatchee's got their top offense out there right now. Ben Higley with the ball at X. Over to Tristan Plock.
Tristan's really got good hands. I mean, that ball was tough to catch, and he was able to pull it in. But, the shot by Dahlbeck was covered easily by the goalie.
Yeah, it was on target and off the ground, but just bounced right up into his stick. And here comes Selah, and again, they get an easy clear, and that's Chance Carl bringing the ball up. I say easy clear just as the ball gets back knocked down on the ground, and they haven't touched the box yet. Heine with the ball. Over to one of the Escamilla brothers. And they work it back to Axe. You'd like to see your offense, move from there because all the defenders are looking down at that player, and it gives people a chance to work above. Escamilla with a shot. I know that was Levon with a shot on that 16. So Selah getting some shots and getting a decent possession here. Garza with the ball.
Rod, the defense is really stepping up on Wenatchee. I mean, without Cole Hansen, you know, they've adapted, and some players are finding out where they need to be.
That was a nice feed there. Levon had the guy on the crease, and he just wasn't able to control the pass. And he tried to convince the ref that was a shot, but it was not a shot. It was a deflection off his stick, and the ball's turned back over to Wenatchee.
Yeah, you're not going to pull much over Dave and Brian on those, so they're top-notch refs, and they're going to make good calls.
Alan Butcherite with the ball, trying to bring it upfield. The ball's down. Selah pretty aggressive on that ride. And
that should go Wenatchee.
Let's see what the call is. Yep, you called it right. Nope, you called it wrong. Dahlbeck was trying to sell it, but Selah, they're just switching players is all. Nope. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Selah ball, Heine with the ball, and Wenatchee with the turnover.
Sometimes we could see a little bit better up here than the refs, but anyway, Selah has the ball. And
Heine moves it up, kicks it out on the wing, back up top to Garza. He takes a look, thinks better of it. Butcherite is a strong defender. He's out there with a deep hole here. Got Ward with the ball. He's got all kinds of trouble. He's got 3 Wenatchee players on him. Quinn Rounds able to shut him down, pass him over to Bashan. He's got no chance with that one. They work it back outside. That's Ibeck with the ball. Over to Ward. Now back to Ibeck. And then Heine misses the pass and a turnover again. Again, if you were playing against a Juanita or a Skyline, if this many turnovers, you wouldn't even be in the game.
No.
So Jack Jorgensen with the ball, long clear pass. Quinn Rounds able to handle it, gets it over to Rhett Govea, and let's see if Rhett can bring it up, set the offense. He gets the touch, brings it back out, and Wenatchee subs on Luke Job and Sam Williams. Job running the top. He has looked good. He's had a rough go the last couple of years. Ben down to Plock, back up top to Job. Gets a move, another move. Passes it down to Strom.
Flag down.
I heard a little plastic out there, so I think somebody got hit in the head. Got Rhett Govea making a move. Oh, you're going to have a second flag down. Nope. Okay. So we got a little bit of action after the ball's down, but I think the penalty was before the loose ball. And we got Heine coming to the box, so he must know he's guilty. Slash on Heine, 1 minute. It's a releasable penalty, so if Wenatchee scores, he'll be able to hop back on the field.
Yeah, this should give Wenatchee an opportunity to really move the ball around, get a goal.
So man-up offense, what are you trying to do? You're just trying to break somebody free like Reiner was right there running down the lane?
Well, absolutely. You're a man up, and so the more you move the ball, the better chance that someone's going to get open and have a clean shot at the goal.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and there's a shot.
So Strom had his pass deflected, and it went right into Ben's stick, and Ben drops it. Ben Higley with the goal. That was meant for him. So I think Strom gets an assist on that. What do you think there, Todd?
I think he should get an assist.
Strom to Higley. You got to like that. Here it is at 6:58 mark in the third quarter. Wenatchee goes up 7-1. Back at face-off, you've still got Reiner out there. So we will have another face-off. We've got an update on the Mariners game, and it's a final. Mariners win 12-4 over Boston. Tim Beckham, 2 home runs. So Marco Gonzalez goes 5 in the third innings, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 4 strikeouts. So, hey, great win for the Mariners. Congratulations to them at new T-Mobile Park. It's going to take a while to get used to the pink ballpark down there, but hey, if they've got the money, they can do whatever they want, right? Okay, here we go with the face-off. I think it'd just be so hard to sit there still like that, Todd. I give a lot of appreciation to those face-off guys. Reiner flicks it back behind him, and Mason Dahlbeck's able to control it for Wenatchee.
Yeah, that is a nice move. It's safe. You get the ball to your
He's got some trouble, though.
wingman.
He's got 2 guys on him. He's able to find Reiner, and he gets the touch.
Oh.
Yeah, trail check there.
I'm surprised Dave didn't call that one, but
that was on his leg, wasn't it?
Nonetheless, Wenatchee's moving the ball around.
You got it back to Strom behind the net, over to Ben Higley up on the top. Back to Reiner. Reiner to Higley. Back to Strom. He could just roll right around. He finds Tristan Plock. He's open. That's a good shot and a good save by the goalie. Right at it. I'd like him to find a corner on that. Let's see if Wenatchee can stop this ride. Rhett Govea with a little bit of a hit. He just takes Mason Dahl back to the ground. And he's able to run it back out. That was a good run. That was 2 tough hits that he took, and he was able to get by there.
Yeah, you got Josh there being pretty aggressive on the midi, but he's going to settle down and play his man in front of the crease.
Josh Ibeck, and then you got Selah able to set their offense up. That's Chance Carl with the ball up top, and he'll run a play.
Yeah, it's fun to see the crowd get into it when a little push and shove comes down the sidelines, and
a
little entertaining.
They like the hits, and it can get out of control in a hurry when people start leaning with their heads and stuff. But there's no flag, so it was a clean action. You're trying to push the guy and hit the guy out of bounds, and it's legal play.
Yeah, this is a very clean game. And, again, I think these boys have been playing each other for so long that they have a lot of respect for each team. And
it gets difficult towards the end of the game, when one team is up on the other. Oh, nice steal by Ward, and he almost is able to recover the ball. And
no, Dave finally throws a flag.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a push.
Yeah, it's a cross check from the back or a push from behind for loose ball push by Josh Bouchon, and we could see that one from here, right?
Yeah, and Josh knows it. He's already coming to the sidelines, and he's going to take a knee in front of the scoring box here.
And that is the first penalty on Wenatchee. Second penalty on Wenatchee. So body check, and he'll get 1 minute, and Selah will get a chance to get the man-up offense. There's some new players out there for Wenatchee. I see Victor Carlson out there. I see Alan Butcherite. Along with Quinn Rounds and Jack Jorgensen in goal, Sage Kreider, and we almost have an interception right off the bat. Heine with the ball, working his way against Alan Butcherite, over to Ward. Ward had the cutter. Heine making a move. He's going to get a shot off, and he puts it in the back of the net. So that was a good shot. He was able to bounce it into that corner, and Selah on the scoreboard here with 4:50 to go in the third quarter. And Wenatchee back to a 5-goal lead, 7-2 the score. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you also by the Windmill, a time-tested restaurant providing traditional steakhouse meals in a homey, old-fashioned dining room. Open 7 days a week, 4:30 to 9 p.m. Call 509-665-9592. And they pour some good wine down there, and they have some great steaks. I can attest to that. Here we go. Jake Strom at the face-off X. Going against Heine. See what he can do. Flicks it back through his legs, and Reiner's there to pick it up. And he's got trouble. He better find somebody, and he does. Nope. They called time on that.
Right. Looks like Wenatchee.
Timeout. So we're going to take a 60-second break as Wenatchee takes a timeout. We'll be back on NCW's Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse in 60 seconds.
Thanks for watching sports on the NCW Life Channel. Brought to you by One Way Construction, premier custom home builders and construction company for North Central Washington, including general contracting, framing, concrete, and consulting services. OneWayConstructionNW.com. The Fireplace Guys, Central Washington's most trusted names in fireplace and barbecue sales, installation, and service, located at 1205 Walnut Street, Wenatchee. TheFireplaceGuy.net. And Beneficial In-Home Care, your compassionate in-home care provider. All the benefits of assisted living while remaining within the comfort of your own home.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Welcome back to NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse at the Apple Bowl. I'm Rod Higley along with Todd Strom. Great night for lacrosse. Score 7-2 with 4:42 to go in the third quarter. Timeout, Wenatchee. And they have the ball, and we'll get an opportunity to get another offensive possession here. Luke Job out there along with Jake Reiner. Jake Reiner with the ball. He brings it down to Rhett Govea. Oh, that's John Walker, excuse me. Back to Ben Higley, over to Walker, back up to Reiner, and he winds up and takes a rip just a little wide. Wenatchee's there to back it up. You were saying that you could tell that Wenatchee's made some adjustments at the face-off.
Yeah, it looks like we've got this little move where we're flicking it back, and one of these.
Sam Williams. Do you see that shot from the outside? That's nice to see for the senior. He doesn't get a ton of playing time, but if he starts shooting like that, I think he might get a little more.
Absolutely. Love to see Sam Williams rip a shot.
So 8-2, Wenatchee, 4:19 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, what I was saying, Roz, that little flick behind seems to work. We'll see what Jake Strom does with that on this next play, but hopefully he can get that to Mason. But sooner or later, as you can see now, number 20 is maybe potentially
That's 27. Is that Escamilla out there for Selah?
Yeah, and you got Tristan. He's anticipating that flick back, so he might cut Mason Dahlbeck off. And with that long stick, he does have the advantage. So Jake Strom may have to do something different here.
Okay, so what you're thinking is they've changed things up a little bit, so they're anticipating the flick back between the legs, and the long stick for Selah is going to run it down.
Right. So we'll see what Jake does here, but good call from Selah, and see
they changed it up though. It's still out there, and Selah he fell on the ground. I don't think there was a push there, and the ball is still loose, and no one's got it. It's on the ground. You got to push there. You got a little action there between Roland Levon and Mason Dahlbeck, two fiery players that probably are ready to go any time of the day or night.
Absolutely, and Mason took a tumble, but he got right back up and is starting off this play.
Yeah, he's not a huge guy, but he is pretty stout. He's the kid that's going to West Point, by the way. Okay, Selah controls the loose ball. At least they did for a minute, but it looks like it's back down. See if Levon can control it.
They're going to have a failure to advance here pretty soon, so Wenatchee may have the advantage.
I think Wenatchee's got the ball. Jake Strom was able to pick it up, flick it over to Ben Higley. He's got Tristan Block, but he's going to slow it down, take it back to X, and they're going to reset their offense.
Probably a good idea, Rod. We need Wenatchee just to control the ball, work the ball around, get some good plays, and hopefully they'll get an open shot.
Rhett Govea with the ball up top. He flicks it over to Walker, and Walker takes a rep. So early in the season, you see a lot of shots from the outside that are wide. I know they're trying to hit the corners, but it takes a while for these guys to get their shot down. See what Walker can do this time. He's pulling it back out. Back down to Strom, over to Higley. He's got cutters, but nope, not there. Pulls it back around. He's got Mason Dahlbeck. Dahlbeck thought about the shot. Tristan Plock back to Dahlbeck, and he takes a shot that time and puts it in the back of the net.
Oh, Tristan is so good at that. He just needles that in there, puts it on the ground, lower left-hand corner.
Well, that was Dahlbeck with the shot and Plock with the assist that time. But Mason does just a fantastic job getting those corners. He works on his game all the time. I mean, I've been over to Eric Dahlbeck's house, and I've seen Mason out there in the backyard, gloves on, helmet on, taking shots in the afternoon, So he puts plenty of work in when he's not on the field.
Yeah, good shot. And Tristan, boy, 3 assists.
Yeah,
he's playing a great game.
He's having a good game. He's got a couple of goals, too, doesn't he?
Yeah, 2 goals, 3 assists.
Here we go again, and looks like they're set up a little differently this time. You've got Sam Williams on the wing. And Jake Reiner, he's going to reset him. What's he procedure on Escamilla? You think that's a tape issue with the stick because he looked at the head of the stick, or what do you think?
Hard to tell. Could just be movement.
Okay. I hadn't seen where the ref would take the stick up and hold the stick like that.
Yeah,
but
it could be taped in.
Ben Higley with the ball over to Tristan Plock. Back up top. Skip pass to Jake Reiner, when he starts winding up like that, I think he's going to take a shot. Ben Higley with the ball, rolls it back out. Taking it back to X. He's so quick with his moves behind the thing. And there's another shot by John Walker. And I think Wenatchee got to it. Yep. No, they called it the other way. Okay, so here comes Selah. That's Giovanni Rivero with the ball for Selah. He flicks it over to one of the deep holes. Can you get his number there, Todd? I sure can't. Ball down.
Ball's down anyway?
Yeah, looks like Sage Kreider flicks it over to Ben Higley. Little pressure on him. The ball's down again. Wenatchee's got to take care of that ball. Got open guys. See if Ben flicks it out. You got Tristan Plock on the wing. Back to Ben at X. Well, you had the cutter there with Reiner, but I guess he wasn't quite open. Now you got Walker back up top. They're moving the ball better, a little quicker.
Yeah, they're getting comfortable.
Nice back and forth, down and back up top. Walker with a shot. And Wenatchee's able to get to the line and keep the ball. Here we go, back to action. 1:40 to go in the third quarter. Ben Higley with the ball, back up to Jake Reiner. He's going to take a shot, and goalie save. And I think Ben beat him to the line. So good hustle there by Ben. That shot, the goalie was trying to get to that line to back up that shot, and Ben beat him to the line.
Well, remember, Rod, it's as soon as the ball goes out, who's closest to the line actually gets the ball back in play. So sometimes it's a little hard for the ref to look at that line and the player at the same time.
That's probably why we've disagreed with him a couple of times on those inbounds or those inline balls. Higley back up top to Williams, and I think Walker is going to take a shot. And again, another goalie save. That's quite a few saves for Lucas Conrad tonight.
Boy, he is having a phenomenal game. I mean, Wenatchee has definitely taken some tough shots on Lucas, and he has made some amazing saves.
Yeah, and I think Wenatchee, I haven't been keeping track of shots, but they've had a lot of shots just in the last 5 minutes. They've taken a lot of shots. Nice pass, and Rhett Covea bounces it off somebody's head, I think.
Lucas is going to get worn out running back and forth to that line.
Yeah, well, if it was a colder night, he'd probably appreciate the exercise, but it's pretty nice out here tonight. I think these guys are probably working up pretty good sweat.
Yeah, Wenatchee's moving the ball around quickly and making some nice passes and taking some good shots, so very encouraging.
Reiner gets it back down to Ben. Ben Higley over to Walker, thought about the shot, back to Plock, up top to Williams. Reiner back to Ben, and Ben takes a shot, another save. We're down to 14 seconds in the quarter. Short time for Selah. See if they can get a clear and get a shot off before the end of the quarter. But no, Sage Kreider with the interception, and he almost puts it in the net. Horn's going to sound in just a second. There we go. Here we are after 3, 9-2 Wenatchee over Selah. We're going to take a 60-second break and be back here at the Apple Bowl in just 1 minute.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We'll do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse. I'm Rod Higley along with Todd Strom. Good game going on here, brought to you by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. They service all brands of commercial and residential HVAC systems. Call 509-884-6444 for more information. Also by Biosports Physical Therapy, provides the best environment, most qualified, experienced therapists in North Central Washington. You have the right to select your healthcare team. Why wouldn't you choose the best? Choose Biosports. Todd, good game here. Wenatchee up by 7 here heading into the fourth quarter. We were talking in the break that Richland beat these guys 10-1, so it's important that Wenatchee maintains that goal differential.
Oh, absolutely, and it also gives us an idea, since we have not played Richland yet, maybe how we stack up. So, it's an important game, but again, it just confirms that Richland is going to be the team to beat in our division.
Yeah, and it's with these Tri-Cities teams, they're growing so fast down there, and Washington High School Lacrosse doesn't want these conglomerate teams, so they're splitting them up. So you've got a new team this year in Hanford, brand new team. We played them earlier this week. A lot of young guys, and they're going to be good. They're just not there yet, so they're going to have trouble. Chiawana, I think, has won 1 game this year, so they're maybe a little better than last year, but it is going to come down to Richland and Wenatchee once again.
It is.
And the Central Division, which is what Wenatchee and Richland are in, gets 2 playoff berths. So both of us, assuming it plays out that way, will be in the playoffs. Reiner on the face-off with Heine, and it's a battle this time, and it looks like Selah had the ball, but it's still loose, and Heine is going to come away with it. So Selah wins the face-off. Let's see if they can get a touch and start the fourth quarter with a good possession.
Jake Strom and Jake Reiner, some of the 2 best face-off guys, and this kid from Selah is really doing a great job winning these face-offs.
We saw that the first night of the season. Selah throws the ball away. Wenatchee played Skyline, and their face-off guy has a full-ride scholarship to the University of Utah to take face-offs at a Division I school. So, and Reiner was right with him in face-offs, at least in the first half. He did get it going in the second half.
Yeah, a lot of these face-off guys, it really depends how they match up. So
on the clear there, Ben was unable to hold on to the ball on the hit, and the ball is loose, and no one's coming away with it just yet. Josh Bouchon just really battling for it, and finally the ref blows the whistle. We got time and Selah ball. So Wenatchee unable to clear the ball out of their own in that time, and Selah's going to get another chance. Here we go. Heine with the ball, bringing it up for Selah, and he's going to take it right down in and get a touch. Got a feed inside, and it bounces in for a goal.
That was a beautiful shot by...
Well, it was Heine, but it bounced off somebody else, so I think somebody else gets the goal. Let's see who gets the high fives here.
I think it's Joshua.
Number 6.
Joshua Ibach.
Yeah, so he's had a good game. And so here we go, Todd. 9-3. Here we were talking about the goal differential, and all of a sudden it's back to 6 goals. Back at the face-off again, you've got Reiner going against Heine. So it's the top 2 guys going at it again at the face-off. Easton Hudson on the wing. Reiner thought he had it, but the ball's still down, and Selah comes away with it. That's Levon with the ball. He lost it. Easton Hudson had it for a minute, and now Reiner, nope, it's loose still, isn't it, Todd? I can't quite even see where the ball is. You can tell because the guys are all reaching for it down there, and still no one's come up with it. I think Strom's trying to kick it down the field, and the goalie recovers it down on the end line. That was a kind of ugly. Looks like we got almost an interception, but Levon is able to control the ball. It's down again, and Sage Kreider comes up with it. Wenatchee's got to hang on to the ball, and that's just a bail right there. I mean, that's not going to do anything for you except throw the ball up in the air. And we've got Selah coming away with the ground ball. That's Dante Gonzalez with it. He's able to work it up the field. Got some new names out there. That's Devin Mooney with the ball for Selah. He goes to the ground. And Sage Kreider comes away with the ball. He's looking to give it off to somebody. He's got help. He's got Quinn Rounds over there, and Quinn Rounds will bring it up. So you got a deep hole bringing the ball up, and he works it up. It looks like that is Jake Reiner over there, or is that Tristan Plock? That's Tristan Plock on the far side.
Yeah, nice clear from Wenatchee. They just need to slow the ball down a little bit. And
it looked pretty ragged there on both sides, you know, and now that you've got a chance, you can kind of control it a little bit. Ben with the ball back up top to Rhett Gouveia, and he takes a quick shot, not necessarily advised shot, almost worked out because Strom was there almost for the ground ball, but Selah's able to recover. See if Conrad can get this ball out. Goalie coming up. He finds Escamilla, ball on the ground, and I think Wenatchee's going to come away with it if they can figure out who's going to grab it. Sam Williams with the ball, but he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Selah ball. So really not a very good offensive possession there. I thought it kind of rushed the shot a little bit, and they need to do a little better job, you know, of their shot selection. Selah bringing it up. See what they can do this time. Ball on the ground again. Player down. Quinn Rounds had it for a minute. Ball is in Jason Bashong's hand, and now we've got a push.
looks like it's going to Wenatchee. You know, Rod, I think at this point the guys are just maybe turning up the heat a little bit and playing a little bit more aggressive, and it's very challenging for both sides to just settle down and play good, solid lacrosse.
Yeah, and in a situation like that where it's just kind of a scrum for the ball, I mean, the ref pretty much has to just at some point just call a push on somebody and get the mess cleaned up. Mason Dahlbeck bringing the ball up and getting a touch. Now, I like to see him with the ball in this situation because he does kind of take his time and calm things down. And here he goes up top, calling the play, working the ball around, back to Strom. He's got a good quick stick and some nice moves there. Gets down to Ben Higley behind the X. Over to Block, back up to Job. Job's thinking about it. Finds Strom, back to Higley. He's got it. Back to Strom, not there. Back to Higley. Up top. They throw the ball. Can Mason get there? I think he can, but he's got a man on him. Okay, they've got numbers now. See what they do. He's going to slow it down. Strom over to Higley. Back up top. Job's thinking about it. He goes lefty. And Mason Dahlbeck takes a rip off the pipe, and that's so hard off the pipe that it rolls all the way up and into the other zone. And
that's not an over and back because it did bounce off the goal, so that's why Wenatchee has the opportunity.
And Wenatchee's able to control the ball. Tristan Plock with it. Back down to Sam Williams. Strom's calling for it. He's got a window. He takes a rip, but Conrad's there for the goalie save, and the ball is back out. It's loose. Strom's going to recover it, I think. He flicks it back, and Ben Higley's there to pick it up. So another ground ball for Wenatchee. Jake Strom with the save on that. Ben feeds it over. High feed to Strom. See if he can get this one in. He's got two guys on him. Ball is down, and Conrad is able to cover. And Selah comes away with the ball again. It looked good for a minute there, but it got ragged at the end, and Wenatchee wasn't able to get a good shot off. You've got Roland Levon coming back on for Selah, and bad pass, and Ben Higley's able to come away with it. He's got Tristan Block. He's got a man on him. Rhett Gouveia coming back on for Wenatchee. Yeah, and Wenatchee's going to slow things down a little bit. So I think they're going to say, okay, let's run some offense, let's run a play, and let's get a good shot.
Yeah, it's so key, Rod, for these Wenatchee players to move the ball around and look for somebody that's open before taking a shot. It gets a little ragged if you just take rip after rip.
Right. Yeah, and it looks so much better when it's off the ball like that. And this looks good passes right there. Ben looking to make a move. He lost the ball, a little too nifty. Tristan's able to recover it. He runs it back. So let's set it up again. Rhett Gouveia looking for somebody. He's got, got an illegal procedure call against Wenatchee. I did not see it. Any idea on what that call was, Todd?
No, I didn't see it at all. I was watching the defense really work our attack and making it challenging, but I did not see that illegal procedure, which is really just movement on a pick.
On a pick, okay. Levon brings it up to Ward, number 2 with the ball. Ward, I thought he might get some more shots today, but not so much. Wenatchee's done a good job keeping him quiet. Back to Escamilla. Up top to Ray. Over to Levon. Ball down, but no one's chasing after it. Luke Job's playing pretty good defense for Wenatchee as a defensive midi. Here they go from X. Jason Bouchon all over him. Up top to Levon. He tries to make a move. He's free for a minute, but he got it in. Boy, did you see that recovery from Josh Bouchon on that? And I think Jack Jorgensen was screened a little bit by not only his own players, but there was 3 or 4 players in there. But there they go. And here we are, late in the fourth quarter, 4:27 to go, and Selah has brought it into a 5-goal game, 9-4.
Yeah, it looks like Roland Levon had a nice shot there. Did you get the assist on that, Rod?
I did not. We'll have to get the official stats from the table, but no, did not see the assist. It might have been Escamilla or Ibeck even. I'm not sure who had the assist on that. We got Heine and Reiner at the face-off again. Easton Hudson down on this side, and Reiner's got this one controlled. He's going to get a pass off to John Walker. John Walker looked at his shot, but decides better of it and runs it back over to Tristan Plock. Tristan Plock going to work it from X. Rhett Govea comes on for Wenatchee. Back up to Walker. He takes a rip and puts it in. John Walker with a goal. He's had a good start to the season, too. You know, John Walker, he's a senior. I think he's going to go to Wazoo this next year. Isn't that right?
Yeah, John Walker is. I do have some information on him. It looks like he's going to WSU and on an academic scholarship, which his father's very proud. And he's going to study engineering.
Well, that's good for him. Yeah, so he played mostly JV this last year, and it was real good for him because he's got a lot of confidence coming into this season. He's a big kid. He's 6'3", 6'2" anyway, and he's a lot taller than me. And he's got a good shot. Okay, here we go. 4:07 to go in the game, and Jake Reiner able to control the face-off once again. He's got a man on. He better be careful there. He's able to get it across and get a touch. So here we go. Wenatchee get a chance to work the offense. Back to Tristan Plock. Over to Walker, who just had the goal. Back up top to Rhett Govea. He'll swing it on back to Walker. To Govea, and he'll take a shot. High, backed up. Tristan Plock is there. Wenatchee will maintain possession. Okay, short time. What do you want to do, Todd? You want to try and work a quick goal? Got Ben Higley with the ball. Reiner?
Yeah, I think so, Rod. Wenatchee would like to get 11 before the end of the game here, so they'll probably work it around and hopefully get a shot off here.
Good cut. Walker thought better of it. Jake Reiner with a shot. Got a flag down. Looks like we got a slash or body check or something. Slash is the call. So that'll be a 1-minute penalty. And that's number 38. That's James Hansen that's going to take a seat for Selah. With 3:16 to go, it's a big penalty. It's a big penalty.
It sure is, Rod. So you got 1-minute penalty, and Wenatchee has the ball. So
we've got Jeremiah Powers coming on, number 77 for Selah. So he'll get some D-pole action as Wenatchee sets their offense once again. So man-up offense. They should move the ball quickly. Strong with the ball, with a shot. Almost had that one. Got about 50 seconds in the penalty. Plock back to Strom. Over to Higley. He's looking for somebody. Got Reiner. Over to Strom. Back to Reiner. And he takes a shot from the outside. Another save by Conrad.
Oh.
And a flick in. That was Mason Dahlbeck cleaning up the garbage in front of the net, and he puts it in for another goal.
Definitely well called.
Hey, so Mason Dahlbeck hits the scoreboard. That's his second goal, I think.
Yeah, Mason has 2 goals, and that was unassisted, or a shot off of Jake Reiner, if you want to call him an assist from Reiner. But looks like he hit the goalie in the helmet, and heads-up play.
You know, keeping your head up, knowing where that ball is at, and just with a quick stick, flicked it right back in. Great play. Okay, so it looks like Jake Strom out there at the face-off with Heine for Selah. Jake Strom for Wenatchee. And he's had a lot of face-off experience, but he had the big knee injury. Do you think that really slowed him down with his face-offs?
You know, I think it would, Rod. Anytime you have an injury like a knee, you just always protect that. And but he's come back. He feels good now, and he's having a lot of fun out there.
That's the important part. You know, you want these guys to have a good time, and that's why they're here. They enjoy playing lacrosse. Selah with 2.5 minutes to go, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. They got a good feed inside to Heine, but just a little behind him. And Easton Hudson's able to come away with it. And no one's going to catch him. He's a pretty fast kid, even with the knee injury, and he's able to bring it back and get a touch. He works it down to Tristan Block. He's going to bring it back to Walker behind the goal. Wenatchee's back to Ben Higley. Up top, Job looked at a rip, but brought it back. Ben's got the ball back down to Sam Williams. No, that's Walker. Back to Higley, and he just missed on the outside. Just a little outside.
Yeah, Wenatchee's missed a couple times on that right side.
Yeah, well, we were short time in this game, under 2 minutes, 1 minute and 52 seconds left, and Selah has the ball. So Wenatchee needs to do a good ride here and get the ball back because I think they want to get another goal.
Yeah,
here we go. And that pass was just a little too arcing, and Ben Higley comes away with it. Charge the net, Ben. Makes the feed back to Strom, and he just can't get his hands free, and that one goes wide. Good defense there by Selah. They did a good job getting back and recovering on that because Wenatchee had a fast break going.
Yeah, Wesley Heine is doing really well on number 50.
He's a big kid. What year is he? He's a senior, isn't he?
No, he's 11th.
Oh, he's 11th grader. Okay.
He's a captain on the team and midfielder.
So we got a timeout on the field with 1:32 to go. We're going to take a 60-second timeout and be back with the final action of this game in just a minute.
What's your AUT-TO emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
Back on the NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse, I'm Rod Higley, back for the last minute and a half of this game. Got some new faces out there for Wenatchee. That's Peter Junker with the ball, 44. Kurt Zontek out there, number 20. And Ben Higley with a feed back to Kurt Zontek, and Kurt Zontek takes a rip. So fresh off the bench, he gets out there and gets a shot off. Good for Kurt. Kurt's a senior that took a couple years off from lacrosse to kayak full time, so it's nice to see his face back out there.
It sure is. I remember before one of the last games, he floated or kayaked the tumwater before the game.
Yeah. So here comes Selah. They're going to get another opportunity with a minute to go, under a minute to go. They got to take care of the ball if they're going to get a shot off here. Looks like that's Ward with the ball up top for Selah. He's looking for a cutter. Going to work it around. Here comes Garza back on the field for Selah. Good defense by Josh Bouchon. He's not going to get past that kid. Kurt Zontek on the ball. Escamilla with the charge. No foul. High pass to Garza, and it goes out of bounds. Wenatchee's going to get another look. Kurt's not a real big kid, so that's, contact that's admissible in this game, and they're not going to throw a flag at that point. Right, Ref?
They're not going to throw a flag on that. I mean, Kurt was
moving
a little bit too. So.
Yeah. Jack Jorgensen throwing it over to Sage Kreider. Sage able to bring that one down. He better clear it pretty quickly. He throws a long ball down, and that's going to get to the goalie. So Selah will get another opportunity here with no time left on the clock. There's the horn, and it's all done. This one's in the books. Wenatchee wins by a score of 11-4. Good game for Wenatchee, and another one in the books. And we're going to take a break and be down on the field for our post-game show coming up next on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse. I'm Rod Higley along with Todd Strom and Coach Brandon Parker. Hey, 11-4, another win, another league win. How'd it go for you out there tonight?
Yeah, I thought it went great. We pretty much dominated the majority of the game. Things got a little sloppy there in the third quarter, but I wanted to keep the pressure and keep the heat. We're going to San Diego tomorrow. We're playing 3 really good teams in Southern California, and I need to get these guys prepared for some competition that's going to be pretty heavy. Overall, I thought we did great. Our defense played well. They got a couple of goals that I think were kind of sloppy goals. They weren't organized structural things. I feel like structurally we played good defense. We rode well. We cleared the ball well. The offense, we weren't precise on some of our cutting and our movement.
There was some balls on the ground that probably should not have been on the ground. There was some scrums for some loose balls that was kind of ugly out there for a minute. But Wenatchee did do a good job. A lot of guys scored out there tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to go look at the books, but I'm pretty sure it was a nice variety. Mm-hmm. So, I've never coached a game where I've ever actually ended the game saying, wow, we caught every pass, we picked up every ball, and it was perfect. So, that's 20 years of doing this. So, yes, that's part of the game. But we have the capability to be more precise in what we do. But I'm proud of the guys. It was a good win. It was a league game, so that's a big deal. And I'm looking forward to San Diego coming up.
Great. One more thing we ask you before you let you go, maybe talk to a couple of your players. But, you're kind of heading into the meat of the season now. You're getting a little feel for the league. It sounds like it's probably going to come down to Richland. I mean, you don't want to look too far ahead because that's not till the end of the year. You got a lot of lacrosse to play. What's your goals moving forward here?
Well, yeah, so you're right. The team to beat in our league is going to be Richland, and we're going to play them twice at the end of the year. We'll need to win those games to advance to have the first seed for the playoffs, in which then we will be where we have been the last 2 years, playing really good teams in the state, and hopefully making it a little further this year than we did last year. But Richland is the team that we're out to get as our next big opponent.
Well, we appreciate you coming out and talking to us, and we look forward to talking to a couple of your players. So we'll be back on the NCW Life Channel broadcast of high school lacrosse in just a minute with a couple of high school players to talk to.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support. Thanks, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, for all your support.
Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Welcome back to NCW Life Channel's broadcast of High School Lacrosse. I'm Rod Higley with Todd Strom, joined by a couple of the key players in this team, the captains, Jake Reiner and Mason Dahlbeck. Jake, kind of a good day at the Face-Off X and kind of a bad day. Tell us what was going on out there.
I mean, yeah, it was a lot of 50-50 ground balls out there. Their guy did a great job, but, managed to change it up between Jake Strom and I, alternating back and forth, and managed to get the job done.
Looked like you guys kind of made some adjustments during the game. We were noticing that they were kind of getting their share for a while, then you guys turned it back around and started getting them back.
Yeah, I mean, basically he was preventing the pop forward, so we just switched it and worked on popping it backwards, getting possession to ourselves and our wings, and that seemed to be pretty effective.
That was exactly the way Todd called it. Todd, we got Mason here. Mason, great game tonight.
Yes. Thanks. So Mason, so you had a good time out there, good game, and it looked like you had the offense running fairly good. Obviously, there was some missed passes. I mean, what's your plan to recover from that, and how are you going to fix that going into the California tournament?
Honestly, it was just kind of a focus lapse. It happens from time to time. You can't be on point every game, but we managed to make up for it with the hustle, getting the ground balls that we needed, getting those 50-50 ground balls like Jake was talking about, and making up for those missed passes. But again, it was just a focus lapse, and we'll make up for that. Just kind of refocus for the San Diego trip.
Right. Now, towards the end of the game, it looked like you were moving the ball quite well, a little faster pace. Did you feel that you had to step it up a little bit against this Selah team?
Yeah, they were definitely tougher than we thought they were going to be. We were talking before the game, we kind of thought we were going to come in and just kind of handle it, and they definitely came out like they knew their stuff. They were handling it pretty well, and we kind of had to hustle a little bit more, pass a little bit crisper, kind of focus up and make up for that by the end of the game.
Right. Looks like you made some nice adjustments.
Yeah, sounds good. And thank you guys for your hard play and leadership on this team. It's been a lot of fun so far. Looking forward to good things the rest of the way. So that wraps it up here tonight. Wenatchee winning 11-4 was the final score. Good game for these guys, good game for Wenatchee, and we appreciate y'all tuning in to the NCW Life Channel's broadcast of high school lacrosse here at the Apple Bowl.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast of high school sports on the NCW Life Channel was brought to you by Alignment Pros and Express Lube, Auto MOCHA, Color FX, Global Car Care, One Way Construction, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Biosports Physical Therapy, The Windmill Restaurant, and Harvest Valley Pest Control. This concludes tonight's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.